Hey guys, welcome back to the ranch. The ranch truck is broken once again, so today I want to show you how to change a water pump on a 2000 Chevy Blazer. So it'll basically be the same for any Chevy, GMC, or Oldsmobile with the 4.3 liter Vortec engine. So come along and let's have a look how it works. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is remove this shield down here, and the reason we're doing this is because there's going to be a lot of coolant coming down. Now you can either drain the radiator prior to doing this, but because my water pump had failed, and you can actually see it's already dripping down, let's move that a bit over there. It had failed and it was gushing out before, so I'm not going to drain the radiator. I'm just going to take off the hoses and catch whatever needs to be caught with these pans down here. But in order for me to get a direct shot down, I'm going to remove this skid plate down here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 15 millimeter bolts that you can just quickly zip out, and this whole thing will come down. And that's how the skid plate looks like. And now you can see you got a clear shot on up, and you can see better where the stuff's going to be coming down. I mean, in theory you can leave it on because most of it's going to drip over here, but I'm going to try to see if I can slide the catch pan in between here, see how that works out. So see you guys on the top. So I would like to also apologize in case there's any wind noise. It's rather windy here today. You can see that over there. The flag is going pretty good, and I don't have any of those fuzzy things to put on the microphone here. So now from the top, what we have to do, we have to move this fan shroud here, and it's actually held on by 8 10 millimeter screws. There are these 3 on top here, and then on each side, see if we can see that down there. Grab the flashlight for you. There's one right there. There's one right, let's see if I can see through here somehow. Right there, there's the other one. On this side, it's right here and right there. So we're gonna zip those 8 screws off. Then we can gently remove this cover, and we'll go on to the next step. Now, for the ones that are going to be down here, I'm going to need the extension socket, and I'm probably not going to be able to use this thing. Let's see if I got a long enough extension. Let's have a look. I'll move you guys over. Let's see. Can you guys see? Let me get you guys off the tripod. It's always kind of difficult doing this from the top. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Just gotta move the socket onto the extension, put the socket on here, and let's see if we can do this one-handed. Go down past the hoses and gingerly try to get them off. There we go. Not to drop them. And try to pull them out. There's one. 4 more to go. Come on. Yep. This screws up here. Let's see if we can get it on this side. You guys are probably just watching my hairdo right now. Bye-bye, screw. I didn't hear you hit the ground, though. Isn't that fun when you lose screws? There we go. Let's grab the handy-dandy flashlight. See if we can see where it landed. Yeah, I can see it. Down there. We'll get it once we remove the shroud. So now we should be able to gingerly lift up the shroud. Now we do have these hoses here in the way. What we're going to have to do is gently lift them up. Not too much. You don't want to kink them on this side here. So you gently want to kind of bend them out of the way and just kind of wiggle your way out. There's also this, I don't know, vent hose here, which is clipped on. So we're gonna quickly unclip it first. Forgot about that. Need a screwdriver for that. Just a small flathead. There we go. Move that out of the way. And gingerly and gently massage it out. There we go. So let's see what you guys are looking at now. All right. I didn't know my radiator was made in Canada. That's nice. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's get you off again here. Now, the next thing we want, because the water pump's here, so this is the water pump pulley. So next we're going to have to do is remove this fan here. Now you can see this here is a 36 millimeter fan nut. Now if you just try to break it open, it's just going to spin the pulley here. So what you have to do is you have to somehow hold on to this pulley. Now they make a special tool for it which helps you hold on, because there's holes in these pulleys here. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see it. There, you can kind of see it. There's a hole there on the right, and there's a hole there to the left of this center bolt right there. There's one, and there's one. Focus. Focus. There we go. So they make a special tool where you can put it in and hold on to the pulley while you crack loose the nut. Now, as it so may be, I don't have this tool. I didn't have it last time when I did the water pump. I did this water pump 8 years ago, and it lasted me 8 years. So, yeah. The other way you can do it, I've seen a lot of people do it, is like stick a screwdriver in between two bolts, and you know, a large flathead screwdriver, and just push against it while you're loosening one way, pushing the screwdriver the other way, in order for it not to move. But the screwdriver kind of flexes a lot. So what I did last time, I actually made my own tool, and it was just a piece of bar stock with two holes in it. Now these two holes are actually made to go here. You can basically unscrew two of these bolts and then re-screw them in. Now, if I remember correctly, last time I only screwed in one and kind of jammed it against it. So we're gonna see first if we can just jam it in between and hold it like that, because I know this bar stock is really thick and sturdy, so it's not gonna bend on you. See if we can crack it loose like that. Otherwise, we're gonna unbolt one of these bolts, thread it through these holes here, and screw them back on, tighten them again, and then we'll try to crack it loose with the 36 millimeter wrench. So let me get you guys set up so you can see something while we try option A, and then when we fail, we'll go to option B, and if that fails, option C, and so on and so forth. So as I said, it's a 36 millimeter wrench. I can already see option A is not going to work. I got to remove at least one bolt and get that on here. So let's get to zipping that bolt off. So guys, I don't know if I left that clip in now or not. Just got a visitor from someone. And it's basically always the same over here. Everyone's always confused when you work on your own stuff. It's like, you're working on it. Do you know how it works? I would not know how it works. Like, yeah, I know. I get it. See, over here, nobody does anything themselves. That's the problem. You change your own tires, they look at you like you're working on a spaceship. Now, where's my bar stop? Right in front of me, couldn't even see it. Okay, let's see. I'm glad I was smart enough to keep this. Gotta be honest with you. Oh, I hate working with gloves. Not that it's cold, but afterwards when I'm working with the antifreeze, I really would prefer to have my gloves on. And it spews all over. And I'm wearing, yes, I'm wearing plastic gloves underneath. Because let's face it, stuff ain't healthy for your skin. I know there are these guys that say, oh, I have black hands all day, lift 40 years. Yeah, well, guess what? I don't want to take a chance. And I do plan on getting old, so now, you see I put that bar stock back on. Well, at least I hope you see it since my hands are in the way. And I'm just tightening down the bolt again. Just squeeze it in between now. For now, I only put on one bolt. Because if I remember correctly, one was enough. But, you know, 8 years. Your memory kind of fades over 8 years' time. And I'd like to welcome our newest subscribers. I see that we're like up to 28 now. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you're watching this video, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know which video brought you to my channel and made you subscribe. I think most people come because of the Blazer videos, which I can understand. They're cool cars and they do tend to need fixing from time to time. So that's semi-tight. Let's see if that works now. One wrench going one way, one bar going the other. Oh Lord. Sometimes I wonder who tightened this stuff last. I'm gonna need more leverage probably, somehow. Come on. Let's see if we can get it like this before we go start getting the hammer. I want to be careful with these blades. I don't want to break them. And I don't want to squish my hand, crush my hand here either. I think I gotta get a hammer. Try to knock it loose. Let's see if a normal size one will do the trick or not. So promising. Come on. I think I cracked it. Or am I just slipping? Probably with my luck, just slipping. I get a bigger hand. Oh, I'm still just kind of whacking at it here. As I said, mindful of the fan shroud and fan here. I don't want to break it. The problem when you're right-handed, nothing really works the way it should when you're trying to use your left. I don't know who was in here last, but it definitely wasn't me tightening it that much. Or am I just going the wrong direction like an idiot? Let's see. I don't think so. Let's just try to tighten it a bit more. Sometimes that will help. Having the brush guard in the front really doesn't help in such situations. Bar is coming loose. There we go, we cracked it. Now I should be able to spin the fan off. Yep. Careful when spinning it off that it doesn't fall and puncture anything near your radiator or something. So, you know, just be careful when spinning it. There we go. And just pull it out nice and careful. Now you can see there the water pump. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the serpentine belt. Here's your belt tensioner right here. And you'll see here this little square opening. What you do is you take a 3/8 ratchet, and that fits just perfectly in here if you get the right angle. Sorry guys, I gotta switch hands. And then you can move it out of the way and release your belt. I'm going to quickly put you guys down so I can release the belt with the other hand. Hold on. Gently release the pulley again. Now you can remove the belt out. Now make a note of the direction you had your belt in. So basically, as you can see, the writing was upside down, so facing away from me. And we're just going to reinstall the belt the same way again. Once we're done, quickly undo everything here. So this is also the perfect time. If you want, you can inspect your belt, make sure it has no cracks, and if need be, change your belt. My belt was just changed, so it's brand new. So we'll just put it aside here for right now because I'm working outside. So next, we're going to remove these 4 bolts here, which will then let us remove this pulley here. And at the same time, we're gonna be able to remove the bar here that we put on here. So just go ahead and get the right size. It's a 13. So we'll just go ahead. We can either hold it on the bar, or I'll just quickly hold it with the wrench while I crack these here loose. Because my electric little impact, it's too big for down here. Oops, there goes the wrench. I should need to get a electric ratchet, but they're really expensive over here. And for the times that I need them, I can just ratchet by hand, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of a balancing act trying to get them loose. Trying to remember all the tricks I had when I was a young lad. I didn't know any better. But you know, it's a good way. Doing a water pump on these is really easy. I mean, I'm guessing if you're a mechanic, you probably got this done in half an hour. Or even less. DIYers probably take an hour, hour and a half, depending how stubborn some things are. See if we can hold it and crack it. There we go. That's already moving. Already moving. Oh. I hope the wind noise isn't bad for you guys. I really hope so. And if it is, I really apologize. But the weather's turning bad again this weekend. It's Thursday. Tomorrow I don't have time. So, there's the pulley right there. Alright guys, here's the water pump exposed. Now here's the big hose down here. Pair of pliers to remove this clamp, and this hose will come down and spew all over the place. And then you got the two little hoses over here. One same clamp here, you just move it up, you can pluck it off. And one down here, and it looks like, oh, this is practical. They use this type of screw thing here, so we're gonna see how we're gonna get to that and pull that out as well. And then we got the 1 bolt, 2 bolts. Where's the third one? 3 and 4 are somewhere over here. 3, 4 somewhere back there. So let me get the pans underneath. Let's remove the hoses, and then we'll pull out this water pump here. So you can see here somewhere, corner, where am I? There, the gray plastic thing. It's kind of a catch pan I put there. Now I'm gonna try with these adjustable wrench here, or plier, whatever you want to call it. Try to grab this clamp here and hopefully move it down. It's not too corroded. I know they make better tools for this, but I don't have any. Try the little one. It's right up here, probably outside of your camera view. Oh wow. Much easier. Get a little higher. There we go. And now the glorious one underneath. Let's see if we can maybe get there with a wrench and an extension. Let's see. Maybe it's an 8. loosenate. Now the only thing is how to move the clamp up. Keeps wanting to slip. Where's my little screwdriver? There it is. Almost knocked you guys over there. That's a stupid place for such a clamp. Every time you want to turn it, the screw and clamp turns. I don't know, I think I got it loosened enough. Let's try to unpry the big one down here first. Need some light. Hey, can you guys see? There. I don't have a pry pick tool, so I'm just gonna try with a small screwdriver to get in here and kind of lift off around it without breaking the hose. Get it loose. Oh, I already see her spewing. This is gonna be a wet one, wet job. There went my screwdriver, but I think I got it loose enough to turn it now. It feels turny. I hear movement. I feel movement. Whoa. Definitely doesn't look nice. Well, 90% contained, maybe. She's definitely bleeding. Take my watch off. Such in a hurry, I forgot to take it off before doing this. Let's wait till we remove this top hose here, or at least try to. I'll probably be spewing even more. Let me get you guys a better vantage point. fork underneath, break the seal all around. There we go. It's coming. Well, I expected more of a dramatic effect. So the other hose is back behind this pulley here. Now I don't think I can just remove this idler pulley. So I'm gonna have to work from the bottom up again, trying to loosen it. Move it around. I'm sorry if you guys are only watching my arm here. But I guess you get the idea behind it. You gotta break the seals of these hoses. And then once the seals are broken, they'll start to move. And then once they move, you can get them off usually. Ah, this seal's not broken enough yet. This hose is particularly stupid because you can't really reach the back. You're just kind of pushing and prying and moving, and I still got the damn clamp here that I can't push out of the way. Well, it seems to be moving. Yeah, it's coming. There we go. There we go. So, whew. With that all said and done, we can get to removing that water pump. So we're looking at the water pump now from the left. It's like we're coming down from top. And then you can see right here, there's the bolt and there's a bolt. When we go to the other side, the bolt is there and there. Those are the only 4 bolts holding on this water pump. And FYI, for those who wondered, the bolt that I dropped in the beginning, it's lying right there. So I'm going to take it up now. So not that you think I dropped and forgot the bolt inside the truck somewhere. So those bolts are going to be 14 millimeter. Got my handy dandy ratchet here with an extension on, and I'll just loosen them. All going kind of blind and by feel here. I can't really get you guys a good vantage point on this, I'm sorry. There's not really a lot of space, so. But since I showed you guys where the bolts are, I'm confident you'll be able to find them afterwards with your ratchet and your extension to loosen them. You know, this is kind of therapeutic, this stuff. At least for me it is. I work in IT all day, so doing some stuff with your hands is always a nice change. Numero uno, number one, number eins. Language lessons here. No, I don't speak Spanish. It's just like the only thing I know. Probably everybody knows how to count somewhat in Spanish. Two. the water pump on the last screw bolt. Whatever the correct terminology is. Otherwise it will fall down on you. As you can see, me righty no work well with lefty. Now, navigate your water pump out. She might pee a bit. Careful not to hit your radiator. There we go. One broken, leaking from the back here. Water pump. If you stay tuned to all the way to the end of the video, after the end credits, everything runs, I'll take it apart. Maybe you can see something, some carnage inside. Maybe not. We'll see. Now next, we gotta clean up the holes here. Let me get you guys in closer. Hold on. Hold on, guys. On the tripod, off the tripod. You're gonna get all dizzy. No, not look up. Look this way. Zoom you guys out. Get you some light. So, you're gonna wanna, you can see there's still part of the gasket on here, so we're gonna scrape off this gasket. On this side, the same. We're gonna clean up the surfaces. As I said, scrape everything off. I'm going to clean everything down with brake clean before we get ready to install the new water pump.